All my Midi cables have just come from the keyboard. I've got two of them. They're 5 pin and they're 3 meters each, so I can join two keyboards together. I've got another set upstairs that I can join eventually to my keyboard. Well guys, I've been playing the keyboard for 50 years, and in the last couple of months I decided to learn properly. I've got to the point now where I'm getting interested in Midi. I've tried joining it via the computer and now bought Midi cables, and I'm joining two PCs together. So I thought I'd make a video and show you my journey through trial and error, because reading this is like speed reading a story. And to speed read a story, a book, you can read it in an hour and a half. You miss all the bits where they're describing what the hotel looked like. He moved into this room, it had deep shadow walls and colour. You miss all that and you just read the important bits of the story. And that's how the speed read is. But it's like they've done that, they wrote this and they've left out all the important details that you do need for this, because it's not a story. So it's just going to be trial and error. So let me get my tea drunk and we'll go out and play. Okay guys, I've come up into my, I call this room my computer room. I've got my two PCs there, because it's easier to do things on there when it's on a phone. I've got all my model building kit, all my models, all my information, all my old videos, and some models are in this room as well. But basically it's now my PC room. There's my PSR 510 blew up. Well, it stopped working on the keys. Everything was working bar the keys. But you leave it for a while, put it on, the keys will work for a couple of minutes and then they stop again. So I'm hoping now that I've ended up buying all these keyboards trying to find a replacement for that. And in the end I ended up paying £20 for this little thing. And it started me off on my track to learning again. And it's a lovely feel on the keys. Beautiful. That's come on because I've turned it on there. This one's not on yet. But anyway, I've got the Midis now. I've joined the two Midis. So I put both the Midis into this PSR 6000. So there's the Midi and Midi out. They're both coming out and they're both coming on to here. And I've got them at the back here going in, Midi out into the this one. So in theory now what I play on here should come out on here, and vice versa. But first of all, before I start today, I want to unplug these. I powered them up, like I know they are working, as I said, but yesterday I felt and I didn't play for long. I want to unplug them, and I want to reset this one back to totally factory settings, because I've got a load of my own discs up there that I load all the registrations up, and I got loads already loaded up from my different sheet. I number each piece, so it's that there, that is a B, B1, B2, so on, BC, CD, D1, and each piece is numbered right through all my books, and that's how I play. Anyway, let me get that back to factory settings, and then I'll restart and I'll let you see how it goes from there. Guys, before I do the factory setting, let me just I bought some connectors, Midis, but it's Midi to USB, and I put them into my little laptop here, but the laptop won't receive nothing. It's like there's no program in there to receive any of that. It's not a musical laptop, so I don't know what the point of going to a laptop is, but we might find that on a journey. Let's see how we get on. First guys, before I do anything, let me show you what this one's like as a keyboard on its own. I've unconnected the Midis at the moment, so when this comes on now, I'll turn the volume up a bit, but I don't normally know. It's got touch sensitivity. I can't stand it, but on here you can turn it off. That's why none of these other PCs I bought are any good, because they won't turn off. The PSR 510 that broke does turn it off. So and that little Roland, the £20 one here, that I'm plugged this into now. But anyway, that's what that sounds like. Now to go back to factory settings, all you do is turn the machine off and you hold exit and demo, and you turn the machine back on and you hold the two buttons. And this does it so good every time. Up comes then, we're up to one in English, French, Dutch, but it's already on English. So you press yes, I'll have English please. Now it's all, back to factory settings now. The registrations in here, they're not mine, they're what preset in that keyboard, which I don't use because they're not any of the songs I play. Anyway, let me plug the Midi back in now and we'll see what happens. Okay, this little Roland 16 I bought down in Westbury. The button was missing, which I found in the case, the volume button. And the on-off switch on the back doesn't work, but she's permanently in on. So when you switch it on at the mains, it comes on, so there's nothing wrong. And what a lovely sound. When you compare that let me turn that off a minute. That's the touch sensitivity. Do you know what I mean? Lovely sound. So anyway, let me plug the two cables back in. As I say, I've marked the one that's marked with the cable. The one that's marked with the tape is to go in the Midi in. Sorry, Midi out. It's hard work getting these straight when you're doing it. But when you're doing it with a camera, a phone in your hand, makes it even bloody harder. So let me try and oh god, you have to take my word. But okay, so in theory now, the Midi out from this one is going to play that one, and whatever I do on this one is also played on that one, and it does work. So I've got the sound from that one playing this one. Now try it the other way around. I need to move over there because sorry folks, it don't sound like it's working. If I turn the volume off this down, it's not coming out on that one. So if I turn the volume on this one down, it is. The touch sensitivity's on. Turn the touch sensitivity off. That's better. Coming out on that one. So now if I turn this one back up, it's now coming out on both of them. Missed that then. Anyway, that sounds like that's that. So let me try it now with some rhythm. I don't know what rhythm I've got is set to play, but we're going to set it to start single start. And when I hit this now, in theory, I think it should start playing that one as well. So whatever this is going to play, Eurobeat, and on here I'm not sure what this is set to, because it's on a different way of reading it, but there's no MIDI settings on this at all. I think that is just a synthesizer that is to be used for what I'm using it now for, in actual fact. It says intelligent synthesizer. It's not a keyboard. That's why there's no MIDI in out. MIDI in out's automatic. So yeah. Anyway, there's ready to try. I don't know what speed. The tempo is probably going to come out about 1005. Every time you set the tempo, you end up with. Can't figure out how to drop it down now. But let's try. Ready? Yeah, the rivers are coming out on there. And also, so now I've got the rhythm. I'm going to play from this to that. Okay, so let's stop that a minute. Now we try with a bit of the endings are good on this, but you got to do the single start first. Do the ending, single start, and the ending, and now we'll see what happens when we start on here, and what happens whether it plays on that one as well. Are you ready? I must have a rhythm that ain't got much of a single start going for it. It played alright, but let's pick a different rhythm. Pick country. Don't know what speed that's going to be at, but pick a beginning, stop it, single start, ending. Now it's an ending, but when it's an ending with a single start, it gives you an introduction, and it's usually a 4-beat, sometimes even 4 bars introduction, but I don't know what that last one was. Let's see if this one's a better introduction. Are you ready? 1, 2, 3. It's flashing because it's still playing the intro. Now the program started. Let me do that again now. Sorry, must press a single start first so it thinks it's an ending. Now I'll press that, and as I do, I'll see what happens on the other one. Sounds like the other one is just giving its basic rhythm. That one's gone to its tune now, and it sounds like this one's following suit with it. So that's now if we play on here, I've got the voices picked out on there. Obviously I could have 2 voices or whatever with a split. And does the rhythm. Yeah, that still comes out. And now when I play on this one, I'm just playing anything. But there you go, basically I've got what I wanted. Let me turn that all down now. This is an old machine, PSR 6000, but it is a good machine. I get on well with it. I'm as you can see, I've got all my lessons on the wall again. I'm learning all the scales. I'm getting it all off to a T. I'm learning everything from scratch. And the main thing I'm doing, I've gone back. I've got loads. I got all these books now. I picked this one out because it's the easiest one. Number 1, this is the starting one, and I'm playing all the fingering, all the proper fingering that they give. And now I've got to the point through the books now where instead of just they got you playing they've got you playing with 2 and 3 fingers at a time. But when I got to that stage before, I aborted to doubling up on the fingers on my right hand, and I stuck with a single finger. And not no more. Now I am learning, but I'm learning now when it shows you 2 notes, recognise it as C. You get to see it on there. You can actually see it, and it becomes C in your head. And the only thing you got to do is use the 2 fingers it tells you to use. See what I mean? Whereas before I used to drop all the other notes and just play the C. But basically it's a C they got you to play. But now I'm learning all over again, and I'm having so much fun. You think learning scales and playing and practicing scales are boring? You don't want to fucking believe it. Just get and start learning them, because when you get going through them, you see things, and I can't even begin to describe it. When say you're doing C, you play C, and you ain't got to come back on no colours. But when you're playing something like a different, I can't think of nothing offhand. But you got to come back. When you're coming back, you want to know what finger to use. But not, you learn that certain scales, when you come back to here, that's finger 4, sorry. And then you're back. And then when you're coming back, if you're coming back on the scale through to here, that's 3, 2. That's finger 3. And it works. And I don't know, it's just, you will enjoy getting it right. So learn to play properly, which is what I'm doing now. Anyway, like I told you, I've got the old PSR 510 out in the van out the front. It's still working great. I've stripped it right down, I've gone right through it, and the only thing wrong with it, it will not play on here. Everything else is working. I played the bloody thing for years and I love the old machine. But I'm hoping now that by joining it to this one, I'll take that one off and put the PSR 510 on there. I'm hoping I can get all the sounds from the 510 through the 2 cables, and I got 15 feet ones, so it's I won't have to mess with it. Anyway, I'm going to get that PSR out of the van, and I'll power back up and let you see how I'm getting on after. I got the PSR 510 out of the van out the front. She's rather cold. She's been out there for months, and I noticed there's a drop of water come off of her when I put her on the settee, so I'm let her there now. I'm going to watch Star Trek and have a cup of tea and let her warm up before I plug her in. Just hope that, I didn't think the van had any water getting into it, but it must be condensation. She's been out there all winter weather through the winter, so fingers crossed she's going to play. But for now, let's watch Star Trek and then we'll take her up and plug her in. Guys, I've got the 510 in. I just got to distribute that now, put the power supply on the 10, and hopefully we'll see what result we're going to get through that. But before we carry on, guys, can you please do me a favour, like and subscribe to this channel, because this channel's been slowing right down lately. I haven't been making many videos, but it doesn't encourage you to make them when you've got nobody subscribing, and it don't cost you a penny to subscribe. All you got to do is hit the button. Okay, thank you guys, and let me get this all connected up and we'll see what's happening. Okay guys, before I power up, I must tell you that this machine was in a state, it packed up. I left it switched on one night, never switched it off. Left it come back, never come back. Everything was working on here, bar the keyboards. But after it had been in the back of the van for about a month, I went out and brought it in the house, plugged it in, and the keyboards was playing. I thought, oh, it's put itself right. But a couple of minutes went on and it stopped. So whatever's wrong with it can't be much. But I'm hoping now that I could play this one through this one. I powered them up. They've got their middies in and their middies out. Let me tell you another thing about this. This machine here, turn her on. The reason why I put this back to factory settings today before I reconnected everything. In the settings of this, when you go into MIDI, you don't have to do anything. You put the leads in and you connect. And this has got like settings already in there that work. Now this is a Yamaha and it's a keyboard. That little one I just disconnected with a Roland, and it was a synthesizer. It had no controls for the MIDI at all other than MIDI in and MIDI out. Okay, so this one now is not, it's a keyboard. And it's got MIDI in, MIDI out, and there is settings on there to alter. But I'm hoping that the factory settings on that for MIDI are the same as the factory settings on this. If they are, the two should work together and I shouldn't have to do anything else again. But it's all down to what happens when I switch that on now. So I don't know whether she's going to come on when I switch the box on, or whether I've got to switch her on there. But this one now, as I say, if I go into the MIDI section, there's all the different, I can pick a channel for the sounds to go out, channels for sounds to come in, I can alter the volume, there's a hell of a lot I can do, but hopefully that's all factory set. So let's go out of that, and hopefully this one's factory set. Okay, we are looking for smoke, bangs, pops. At the moment you can hear the fire. In actual fact I might turn that off. For the purposes of the act. Okay, so let me turn the mains on here, and the keyboard is off. So now the fun begins. We're going to take a chance. The condensation that I said was inside of her, I think it was what dropped on the van, from the roof of the van onto here, because the van's got no issue. And I think when I put her on the city, it ran off of here. I don't think there's any damage inside other than what I had before. When I put it back together, I never put all the screws back. I just put enough to hold her together. So if she works, I will put all the screws back and leave her powered up with the other one. So here we go. Fingers crossed. What's going to happen? Error, cancel error. She's come on. Now, let's see. The keys are actually working. But like I told you, I've had her out of the box before, and that is let me turn her off a minute and I'll set the camera up so you can see me and I don't look after two hands. Okay guys, let's turn her on again. Error 1, clear, channel 1. Now I don't know how long that is going to play for, but before, like I told you, it stopped after a set time, but everything else played. So let's what do I do? I'm on the other machine now. I'm putting a rhythm on. Nothing's coming through on the MIDI to this one, but like I say, this one has got MIDI settings, so I might have to learn how to use them. But in the meantime, one lesson I have learned, I've got so I forgot how to work the machine, guys. I'm just you've got to get, she's bland and you get all your settings right, and then she's a fantastic little machine. But I've got to play her to tell you the truth. Well, that is coming out on that one. Now the keys on that one, on the 6000, are not playing. But they are. It's going to be a case of having to go through all the settings and get the sound parameters the same. Like when I record tunes, I have to learn to set all the parameters, the volumes, all the same for this as there black through the Midi. But with this turned up, and then this one ending on the other one. The other one won't do an ending on the other one. That's because this one's playing, I suppose. It won't stop the rhythm either. So to start it, I must have to do it on this one. Do an ending. See some of the sounds on this. It's an old machine, the Bushwhack. Got some beautiful sounds. Got some lovely voices. It's just learning how to play it again. But like I say now, I've got a choice somewhere. I've got that. Now power through to this. And vice versa. But that one didn't. Unless this one needs to be switched into Midi mode, I don't know. But let me notice nothing happening on this one. Alright then, so it says there's another one, demo memo. I've hit the button there now, orchestration and panel registration. So now this one. Now but I'm only getting the basic rhythm, I'm not getting our rhythm. So now let's set this up as if I was going to play it. Now we'll try it. There you go. But it's not coming out with this one. I'm getting nothing on this one. Let's stop that one again then. So we'll end on it. See, there's endings on that. Now this one, in actual fact, you might find there, the keys have stopped working again. That is what happens when she's been turned on for a little time. The keys go. So we're back to that. Let's change voices. No, it is that it's gone. But now can I, my secret now is finding out if I can get this one to play onto that one. Yes. And if I pick a rhythm on this one, or a voice on this one, let's go for piano. So I'm a bit slow because I forgot how to do it. Voice style, we want 0, 0, 1. Now that would be piano, if that was playing on the notes. And it is. Okay, so we start synchro start on the rhythm on that one, and we'll see what she starts like on this one. No, so put synchro start. No, nothing at all. See what I mean? It's a case now of having to set all the different parameters on the machines. So it's going to be good fun. Just the keyboard didn't work, but it's coming out on this one. So it looks like I can get all the rhythms from this one to play through to this one. So hang on, let me change the rhythm styles again. Turn that one off. Turn that one off. Let's set up a different style, and we see. Let's set a style that is crazy. What can we set up? Reggae, merch. Let's go for 86 merch. 86, that's merch. That's single start stop. That's single start stop. Now I wonder if that will start when I hit the keys. No, I put single start stop on here. I'm not getting nothing. So I've got to find out why. Do I need to hit that again? Yes, that was the answer. That. Okay, so we stop it. No keys on that one though, see? Stop ending. Let's see what happens when I get so I can't but I might. Now I've got that going again. Let me see what happens. Put that on. Single start. No, it started this one, but not that one. Anyway guys, there's my fun and games, and there's another video what YouTube been nagging me to put one on. Hey guys, I come to the conclusion that the 500, the 500 is not going to play because I can't get the synchro rhythm to start from that one. Somehow it still needs, I can get the rhythm going, the basic rhythm, like you got it turn on the intro, but when you want the synchro start, it won't do it, not from that one. And then I've got this one out of Technic. The name sounds great, doesn't it? Technic. They're not very good in actually, but I don't think they are anyway. Yeah, I don't think it does it. It's simple how to pick your tunes, mind. You got all your things wrote down here. You pick one, you pick what one you want on there. That's just that easy. Same with the rhythms and the tunes. So great. Anyway, I've had a quick go on it to get myself used to it again. But now, let's see, it's all plugged into the Midi. Let me turn the power on and we'll see what's going to happen through the two of them. So that's that one on. That's that one on. Now, I don't know what the volumes are going to do for this one. It sounds like it's coming out. And that one is coming out on there as well as on there. So the voices are coming out on here and on there. It's just different volumes. I'll have to learn that. Let's put a single start on and we'll see what happens with that one when we single start on this one. Now we're on single start. That was don't know what it was. Oh, let's turn it on. Now we got nothing coming out on this one. Turn it on. No, nothing. Now there's nothing on here that says to go into the Midi. So I don't think that's a very successful setup. There's an ending. This is a nice sounding machine, right? That's that you can hear now. But if I turn that one off, and I just got this one, like I said, it's always quiet when you turn on because the automatic set is for this key voice to be quiet. It's already with it. Now it plays as loud as I want it to play. No matter how hard I hit it, I got the sound I want. Let's turn this one back on. Turn the volume down on it. So, whatever I play on this is playing the voice on that one. So if I turn this one up, I've got the voices on that, onto this. Now let's try setting the rhythm on this one. Think we'll start. No, it's just the rhythm on that one. Nothing coming out on this one. Like I'm saying, this Midi bollocks is all trial and error. The next to try is the 500. It's a PSR 500, which is more or less the same as the 510, but the 510 got a little bit more on it. And the 510 could switch this touch sensitivity off, which the 500 can't. So that's what puts me off all the other machines. This one is as loud as I want it. Anyway guys, let's end this video now. Thanks for watching. And like I say, please help my channel, subscribe if you can. Look after yourself, stay safe.